saying? See, you might just catch me in the bottles up the club, picture models, potential models with my thug. And then they were thinking I was wrong when I pulled up in that Maybach. Yeah. They think I was Obama cause I run shit like the president. Yeah. The police made me wish I was a ghost. I done found out on the low that my little nigga a hoe. Yeah. Hey, I ain't gon' shit. All I smoke is that good. Hey, I don't smoke no more Savage. So y'all already know, bro. We is back at it, man. We is back at it. Um, I still didn't get the computer. Hopefully, let's just play. Okay, cool. So I didn't get I didn't get the computer up to par. It just don't wanna fucking just work right. I have no idea what the fuck. So where we at with it, man? We're just is my dogs barking? I say they usually don't be barking at no 5 in the morning. Nah, they not barking. Damn, do I want to fucking eat the mic? God damn, I'm about to get a fucking mic a blowjob. Fuck. Um, so yeah, basically where we at with that, bro. Let me plug this down, bullshit up. I'm just gonna have to scream to for right now, man. I just have to till I get all my equipment up to par, bro. I gotta still get a soundboard. I've been putting so much money into my truck, bro. I ain't even been trying to worry about like really recording equipment, nothing. I gotta get a. Also, I'm using my phones for like vlogging and shit like that. But like I said, eventually I do want to go ahead and get a camera because I would like to get. I would like to go and get my cousin sometimes, man. He's down there in Georgia, of course, y'all know. So I do kind of want to go down there sometimes and get him. Um, and you know we travel and bullshit like that, man. We have a camera and bullshit like that. But anyway, that's besides the point. Um, so until then, man, as far as this, what I'm saying, we'll have to figure out. We probably just have to scream to like one, one whatchamacallit at a time. Um, until I figure out how to get my shit back to where it's supposed to be. Which I don't know. Both of my computers got BIOS updates, so it's not the BIOS. It's just memory. I have a lot of memory problems. I mean, I got like 16 fucking memory cards. Not really over exaggerating, but I really do have like 5 or 6 between both computers. Um, and still, it keeps complaining about memory, which is crazy, right? Because, bro, so I don't know if y'all. Well, I'm sure y'all know. I mean, the world is pretty techno savvy these days. iPhone got an update. I can't do an update because my phone is out of memory. Bro, I don't even have apps on my phone. I don't have none, I don't even get on shit on my phone to even run memory up. So how do I not have no memory for a update on a phone? Crazy shit, man. But We back at it. We pulling out our trusty dusty notebook for where we left off. So we left off at what is Mammoth Cave? History. I watch a lot of shit in a day, y'all. I'm really tired myself out with YouTube, to be honest. Like watching stuff, not actually doing it, but just watching stuff on here. I'm really tired myself. I didn't watch everything I can watch on you, bro. Anything it is literally to watch on YouTube, I've watched it. Literally, I'm not even bullshitting. I swear, I'm not even bullshitting. So let's find. We left off at what is. Yeah, that's my boy too, y'all. I watch a lot of him. Emerson. I watch a lot of my boy. That's my boy. Emerson, Marshall Evans, Brandon 24, and my boys. Where is it? I'm not seeing the video that I had. And I didn't watch. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Fuck all that. Yeah, because I'm not sure. And we left off on, it should be a video that was already playing. No. Alright, bro. Should we go here?
Park features the longest cave system in the world with over 400.
Okay, let's go here.
Don't just see a place.
Nope.
Experience it with the locals that know it best. Train like a luchador in Mexico City with local star Retro.
400 miles of caves that they're continuously adding to as they explore more. Amy and I visited in January of 2020, so the information in this video could be outdated, but I'm trying to make a video on every national park in the United States, and I really wanted to encourage you to get out and explore this one, even if it's a little bit different than what I saw. I've been in a lot of caves, and this is easily one of the best I've ever seen. Be sure to check it out if you're in the area. Here's all the information. The park is located about an hour and a half north of Nashville or an hour and a half south of Louisville. We made it into the park right next to the welcome sign, but we gotta go all the way up here to the visitor center to start our tour. It took a while for us to get there, but it was a nice drive, and when we finally arrived at the visitor center, we checked in for our tour.
What's up? How you doing?
The visitor center has a lot of great exhibits on the cave's history and how the cave formed. It also talks about how long the cave is, and our guide told us it could easily be 100 more miles. This is the 400 miles of caves that have been explored. There still could be more here. We walked around for another 20 minutes and then made our way outside to start our tour. What do you think, Amy? Am I gonna fit?
I told y'all, all this gonna make sense in just a couple more videos. Y'all gonna see where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Fat man's misery.
Oh, it might be
Y'all
kind of
gonna see where I'm
questionable.
going with this.
Are you saying I'm fat?
It's a little tight.
Are you saying I'm fat?
You're a big man.
Definitely not as small as that woman. This is how the tours look in the summer. But we're here in the winter and there's only 8 people on our tour. When it's time for the tour, they'll let you know to gather outside and to wait for your guide. There are plenty of different tours that you can take here, but we took the most popular, which is the historic tour, and it's over 2 hours long and 2 miles of walking.
I guess you could say.
After learning all the rules for the cave, the tour began by walking to the historic cave opening, which is pretty amazing to see. Plus it was winter, so it had some frozen icicles on it as well. As we headed down, our guide told us all about the cave and its history, and how we would only be exploring less than half of 1% of the known cave on this tour.
Heading on in.
The tour began by heading through a long passageway that was only about 8 feet tall before making our way through and into an area known as the Rotunda. This was an incredible part of the cave to visit in the beginning, as it's a vast ceiling with a huge cavern. They also have some gravestones down here that you can see as well. From there, we headed down a section known as Broadway, which was gigantic as well and provided some great views of the cave system. The path continued like this for a while, giving us lots of opportunities to take photos and just to take in the view. Eventually, we made it to Giant's Coffin, which is about the halfway point of the tour. And it does look like a giant coffin made out of rock. Here, the guide turned off all the lights and showed us the complete darkness and what it would have looked like with a lantern as well. From Giant's Coffin, you'll leave the wide open areas and enter a more narrow portion of the trail. I do have to say that I've been in a lot of cave tours, and if you're claustrophobic, this is one of the most narrow I've ever been in. It's not bad, but you should definitely know that going in.
Heading down to the lower part of the cave.
We made our way towards a section known as Fat Man's Misery, which is especially tight, but along the way we got to see two large pits that are in the cavern, one that you can barely even see the bottom of. They called this second pit the bottomless pit because back in the day with the lights they had, you couldn't see the bottom at all, but now with the lights that we have, you can see the bottom.
New monitor. This monitor.
It's a little short. From here, the cave enters the most narrow part, which is known as Fat Man's Misery.
We're heading into Fat Man's Misery.
This area is very narrow along your feet, and the ceiling is not very tall, meaning that you kind of have to bend over and try to shuffle your way through. It's definitely a single file area as well, so you have to take your time and wait for the person in front of you.
This is the tightest tour I've ever been on. Pretty crazy. But look at Amy doesn't even have to duck.
I got so much.
Benefit of being short.
What you call it in my picture?
It's fine in the beginning, but it gets more and more narrow as you continue on to the very end, which is only about 3.5 foot tall, and you have to bend over and do the last 15 or so feet at that height. Finally though, once you get through, you'll enter a large area known as the Great Relief Hall after what you've just passed through. The last stop on the tour was Mammoth Dome. Here you'll be at the lowest point that you're at in the cave, and then you'll have to climb the stairs to get back out. On the way, you'll see the bottom of the dome, which is really impressive, and you'll get to a large room with a flow stone called Butterscotch Falls. This was easily my favorite thing to see on the tour, and it's a pretty amazing formation.
Very cool. Did he say did he say it was stone? What did he say?
Called Butterscotch Falls, which is really impressive, and you'll get to a large room with a flow stone called Butterscotch Falls. This was
I never heard of that. Flow stone. What is flow stone? What is that? What is flowstone? I heard a limestone. It's a lot of stones, boy. I tell you, it's like they just be making names up for that shit. I swear, I'm not even kidding. Flowstone is a type of speleotheum. How'd you pronounce that word? Or cave formation that forms when calcium why am I so fucking slow today? Calcium carbonate rich water flows over surfaces, depositing minerals as it goes. Essentially, it's a mineral deposit, often calcite, that forms a sheet or layer on the cave walls or floors due to flowing water. These formations can be smooth and glossy or resemble curtains or wow. Huh. So basically it's like real mineral water, I'm guessing. What the fuck is going on, bro? What the fuck was that? Fucking fly, bro. That shit aggravating, bro. I can't stand them fuckers. Ugh, bro. Damn, bro. Fucking fly so damn aggravating. Flies is aggravating, bro. I swear. Bro, drop in chat, bro. If you, bro, I can't stand a fucking fly, bro. Anyway, let's get back to this. Flowstone is created when the water contains it. So yeah, basically it's like, damn. So it's like, wow.
Hey, on your right, my left, it's the palace.
We planned this all wrong. Why?
About how long the cave is.
Oh wow.
As you continue up the stairs, you'll get a sense for how tall the dome really is, and it is pretty
I
impressive.
don't really like the look of it, to be honest. I mean,
Eventually,
it's
you'll make
cool
it back out
though.
to the
Don't get me
rotunda
wrong,
and
it's
make
very
your way
cool
back out the
looking,
cave to
but
the entrance.
I don't. It reminds me of what's that? Was it Ghostbusters with the glob monsters? That's what it puts me in the mind of.
The 2 hours flew by on this tour for both my wife and I, and we really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've been in a dozen caves in the US, and this is easily one of the best. I can't wait to go back and go on another one of their tours, and let me know what your favorite tour is in the comments. Thanks so much for exploring this cave with us. Be sure to get out here and check it out. It's an amazing cave to tour. You can read more at throughmylens.com, and we'll see you on the next video.
My boy, that a little funny. But anyway, shouts out to Through My Lens, man. Y'all go check out some of his or some of their cave hunts, I guess. Now let's look at what this is called. It's called a duat. Yeah, I don't know how y'all would think it would be said, but it's called duat. No, I didn't say dusta. I don't even know what that is. I said a duat. That's what I said. A duat, motherfucker. I didn't say nothing about a whatever. Yes. Yes. Now we're gonna just do a brief insight on. Oh, they only got. It's crazy that they don't have much on this. Y'all just follow me. Just go. Just follow me. Just go with the flow. You gonna see where I'm getting at. It's all gonna make sense in a minute. It's all gonna make sense in a minute. Y'all know I can't say too much, so it's all gonna make sense in a minute. Trust me. All right, let's go with this one. I guess we'll go with this one.
The realm of the dead, also known as Duat, is where Egyptians believed the dead went after leaving the surface world. The underworld has a great significance in almost all Egyptian myths since Osiris presides over it. It is also where many demons and creatures live, including the great serpent Apophis. The underworld is where Ra's solar ship passes to get to the other side and rise again as a new sun. The underworld is divided into 12 regions, one for each hour that the sun, Ra's solar ship, spent away from the sky. In itself, it is not a place of punishment or reward, but a way of the station. Despite being the domain of many demons, beasts, and
Hence 12 hours.
foul creatures, the underworld is simply an area that the dead had to cross to stand before the assessors of Ma'at, who judged each soul. There, the final weighing of the heart decided whether the person got the punishment or the reward. The fate of the dead was decided in the Hall of Osiris. Here the god sat in judgment while the dead person's heart, the seat of human conscience, was weighed against a feather. A pure soul's heart should weigh less than the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of order, balance, and truth. Anubis made sure that everything about the balance was in its correct setting. If the heart proved heavier than a feather, the soul owning it was destroyed by the monster Amet, the eater of the dead. The souls of those who escaped destruction but lacked the words of power needed to convey them to the paradisical fields of peace, waited in their assigned portion of Tuat, the other world, for the nightly passage of the boat conveying the dead sun god and his companions on their way to rebirth. One of the texts that provided the most details as to what awaited the dead when they arrived in the underworld was the Book of the Dead.
Oh, so that's where the Book of the Dead came from.
The Book of the Dead was an instruction manual on how to survive the underworld and reach the afterlife. The Duat was a place engulfed in deep darkness and separated from the surface world
So
by a range.
basically, I thought the Book of the Dead was just a whole bunch of fucking witchcraft and fucking corruption. Okay, so basically, in their eyes, I guess, the Book of the Dead is basically a book about surviving how you say it? Purgatory. You know what I'm trying to say. Y'all get the fuck I'm trying to say. So I'm guessing that's basically what they saying the Book of the Dead is. Okay. But I also heard the Book of the Dead was made out of human flesh skins and demonic pictures all through it. And
There was a
boy, you know, man.
valley
Boy, you
within
know.
those mountains, and through the valley flowed a river, much like the river Nile. Many creatures and beings lived on either side of that river.
The circular valley full of horrors was the Duat, which throughout the many inscriptions was cemented as an abysmal, frightening dead land. Okay, now since we went there with it, okay, now just want y'all to see where I'm going with this. Want y'all to see where I'm going with this. The fuck? See? Now, somebody, somebody, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do some debunking because they claim that King Tut was found in he was really found in Kentucky, and that I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm gonna say that they say he was found in Kentucky, and Kentucky is really Egypt. Kentucky has several pyramids. Okay, so let's put this then. Ah, haha. What is this? Oh, that's the dude who did some research, must be. But see, you gotta watch, man. Slow. He on Twitter. Hell no. I don't believe shit off Twitter. See, now this shit talking about Memphis. What the fuck? Okay, so this is what we gonna do. We gonna go. What is this? Yo, fuck about no damn scenic video. Well, that might be the video we gotta watch.
Why do some men stay strong and vital well into their 60s while others become weak and tired? Take a look at these.
Kentucky was the happening place to go scuba diving or snorkeling.
In this video, we uncover shocking new discoveries beneath Kentucky's peaceful surface. Findings that could rewrite the history of America's heartland. What if everything you thought you knew about the bluegrass state was just scratching the surface? What if ancient forces, long-lost civilizations, and mysterious geological shifts were quietly hiding in the very soil beneath your feet? This year, in 2025, a series of unprecedented revelations have put Kentucky at the center of an archaeological, geological, and cultural firestorm. We plunge deep into the rolling hills, cavernous limestone landscapes, and mist-laced forests of Kentucky, a state defined not just by bourbon and bluegrass, but by ancient mysteries buried in its hollows, ridges, and sinkholes. From the rugged Appalachian foothills in the east to the fertile Jackson Purchase region in the west, Kentucky's terrain is as varied as the secrets it holds. And now, some of those secrets are being exposed for the very first time. Could the same earth that once trembled beneath ancient inland seas now be whispering clues about prehistoric life? Could Kentucky's famous Mammoth Cave system be more than a tourist attraction, perhaps a gateway to forgotten realms of human occupation or subterranean life forms? In this video, we guide you through these.
I'm glad I clicked on this video. Seemed like it just fell in line with what I was trying to tell you guys. I might not have to say anything else.
Discoveries, some unearthed by accident, others uncovered.
Hope y'all didn't forget. We just watched the video about the Mammoth Cave. Don't forget.
Through the lens of cutting-edge satellite imagery and advanced geological sensors, scientists are stunned. Local legends are being re-examined. Museums are scrambling to expand their exhibits. Have you ever wondered why Kentucky's geology is so unique compared to its neighboring states? The answer lies in its layered limestone, ancient coral reefs now fossilized in bedrock, and the intricate network of underground rivers and karst systems that make this state one of the most geologically complex regions in North America. It's no surprise that such a rich landscape is now yielding signs of civilizations far older than once believed. As artifacts once buried beneath farmland now see the light of day, as seismic tremors ripple through the Appalachian plateaus, and as forgotten tunnels are rediscovered beneath towns with colonial roots, a question looms. Is Kentucky hiding a deeper truth about America's origins? One we've only just begun to understand. From mysterious stone formations with no clear origin, to sacred indigenous artifacts finally being honored, to eerie magnetic anomalies lighting up geological maps. These are not isolated incidents. Together, they tell a story of a state awakening to its buried power. So join us as we count down the 10 most mind-blowing discoveries made in Kentucky in 2025. Findings that blur the lines between myth and reality, science and story, nature and the supernatural. Are we standing on the edge of a new era of understanding? Or are we simply catching up to what ancient Kentuckians already knew? Let's explore what lies beneath, above, and beyond the known. Because when it comes to Kentucky, this is only the beginning. Kentucky's Archaeology Day, Secrets Unearthed in the Bluegrass. What if the most powerful truths about Kentucky's ancient past have been hidden right beneath our feet and are only now being revealed to the public for the first time?
I don't doubt
it. On a crisp morning in Richmond, Kentucky, something quietly revolutionary took place. What began as a seemingly ordinary university event, just another public archaeology day, has quickly become one of the most talked about cultural moments in the state. But what if this isn't just about arrowheads and pottery? What if this is the key to rewriting the entire prehistory of Kentucky? Welcome to Archaeology Day at Eastern Kentucky University, a groundbreaking collaboration between EKU's Anthropology Department and the city of Richmond that has blown open the doors of academic discovery and invited the public to step inside. For decades, discoveries made.
Amazon is overcharging you, but I can show you how to avoid it. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. Watch this.
In Kentucky's soil were stored away in research archives, seen only by scholars, but not anymore. Now, for the first time ever, artifacts pulled from beneath the hills, rivers, and forests of the Bluegrass region are on full display, and the implications are staggering. Standing at the heart of this historic moment is Dr. Elaine Patterson, the driving force behind EKU's anthropological renaissance. Holding up a weathered projectile point, still speckled with earth, she tells a silent story, one etched in stone by people who once thrived here
this while you standing
over 1,000
under.
years ago. Could this simple object be a direct link to a forgotten civilization? Surrounding her are tables filled with treasures, flaked stone tools, pottery fragments bearing ancient designs, maize remnants charred in fire pits, and ceramics marked with symbols whose meaning we still don't fully understand. Children mold their own clay replicas nearby, while elders lean in to share local oral histories passed down through generations. Students crowd around interactive tablets, digitally mapping dig sites that are still yielding surprises with every layer uncovered. But what truly electrifies this moment isn't just the volume of discoveries, it's the story they tell. Kentucky's ancient people weren't just wandering bands of hunters. They were builders, traders, and innovators. They built semi-permanent settlements. They cultivated the land long before modern agriculture arrived. And they forged networks of trade and communication that stretched far beyond what we once imagined, linking the Appalachian Plateau with distant peoples of the Ohio River Valley and even beyond. How did we overlook this for so long? Why were these people left out of the grand narratives of America's ancient history? The geography tells part of the story. Madison County, where this event unfolds, sits at a crossroads of ancient migration routes and resource-rich lands. With its fertile river valleys, karst-rich bedrock, riddled with hidden caves, and proximity to both the Appalachian Mountains and the interior plains, this region was an ideal place to settle and thrive. And now, the evidence is undeniable. Decorated stone suggests ceremonial significance. Burn pits reveal diets that included maize long before it was assumed to be widespread. Stone tools made of non-native material point to trade networks that could stretch hundreds of miles. This isn't just archaeology. It's the resurrection of a civilization we're only beginning to understand. Could Kentucky hold one of the richest untapped prehistories in the United States? Could this be just the beginning of a wave of discoveries that redefine who the first Kentuckians really were? Join us as we uncover the hidden origins of the Bluegrass State, a story told not in textbooks, but in stone, soil, and memory. Because sometimes the past doesn't whisper, it waits for someone to finally listen. Ancient survival, the genius of Kentucky's first peoples. How did Kentucky's earliest residents thrive in a landscape riddled with challenges? Findings presented at Archaeology Day, alongside recent excavations, suggest the answer lies in an exceptional understanding of nature. These people, through generations of observation and experience, learned to recognize and respond to the land's rhythms. Archaeologists working along the Kentucky River are uncovering sites where repeated orderly use of campgrounds is evident. Strategically placed fire rings appear in layers, some reused across generations. Remains of game animals in storage pits, preserving charred corn cobs and hickory nuts, suggest a diet and strategy finely attuned to environmental cycles. The evidence points to far-sighted planning, including long-term food storage and knowledge of local plants and medicines, indicated by microscopic residues found on stone tools. When drought, flood, or harsh winters arrived, these ancient Kentuckians didn't just endure, they adapted. Skills and observations passed down over time allowed them to harness wild roots,
So they, yeah,
track
they've been
animal migrations, and manage resources sustainably. Community elders draw parallels to these ancient practices, underscoring a respect for the land and balanced coexistence that modern science is now confirming through fieldwork and analysis.
Like a signal, ain't it? Like
As
a
Dr.
damn.
Patterson remarks to the gathered crowd.
Let's go back.
As Dr. Patterson, sustainably, community elders draw parallels to these ancient practices, underscoring.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? You don't just build no housing community like that now. Come on now. In your mind, you just don't build it. Kentucky, come on now. You just don't build it just like that. Like, there's no way you just shake the whole thing out like that. You know what I mean? That's like an SOS to me. You know what I mean? And now, I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not saying that that's what it is. In my opinion, to me, that's all I'm saying.
a respect for the land and balanced coexistence that modern
I don't
science
know
is
shit.
now
You know what I'm
confirming
saying? I
through
don't know
fieldwork
nothing.
and
I
analysis.
just, you know,
As Dr.
I just
Patterson
got questions like
remarks to a
everybody
gathered
else. You know what I
crowd,
mean?
true wisdom is a
They've taken this video down 3 times because it teaches you how to hit lottery tickets every week. Watch now while it's still up before they take it down again.
adapting to the land, not conquering it.
catch
Kentucky's
you on the
earliest people had an enduring connection to this place, a lesson we continue to rediscover in every artifact and sample. The ongoing work begs a timely question. The mysterious replications of the Ark of the Covenant amid Kentucky's tangle of history and legend is a lesser-known thread, the tale of attempts to construct replicas of the biblical Ark of the Covenant. While this narrative might seem fanciful at first, local records and oral accounts confirm that several such replicas were made, inspired by Old Testament descriptions and fueled by religious devotion, curiosity, or kind of community storytelling. Interest in these Ark replicas has resurfaced at local heritage meetings and educational exhibits, though there is no evidence that these artifacts have historical roots beyond their creators' intentions. Parish and museum records document objects built with careful reference to scriptural dimensions, using locally available materials in attempts to approximate acacia wood or gold plating. Some accounts hint at rituals, celebrations, or processions involving these manufactured arks, especially during times of crisis or community gatherings. One journal, dating to the early 20th century, describes a replica ark carried during a flood as both a symbol of hope and an act of faith. While the boundary between religious artifact and playful homage is sometimes blurred, what is clear is the enduring capacity of biblical stories and folklore to shape community traditions in Kentucky. These Ark replicas are best understood not as ancient relics or evidence of lost civilizations, but as vivid reminders of the ongoing role of story and faith in Kentucky culture. The artifacts, where extant, stand as testaments to the ways people reinterpret sacred history to meet local needs and aspirations. While this narrative might seem fanciful at first, local records and oral accounts confirm that several such replicas were made, inspired by Old Testament descriptions and fueled by religious devotion, curiosity, or kind of community storytelling. Natural disasters, Kentucky's geological shock waves. Not all of Kentucky's mysteries are born of human hands. The state's landscape bears the signature of dramatic natural forces, ancient earthquakes, and changing geologies that scientists are still working to unravel. Recent studies, made possible by technologies like LIDAR and deep core sampling, have highlighted long-ignored signs of geological unrest in what many assumed was a stable region of North America. In southern Kentucky, remote mapping has revealed traces of ancient fault lines running beneath agricultural land and forest.
What the fuck? What the fuck going on? Oh my goddamn, did my internet turn off? What the fuck going on? This shit gotta be tweaking, right?
Curiosity, or kind of community storytelling. Natural disasters, Kentucky's geological shock waves. Not all of Kentucky's mysteries are born of human hands. The state's landscape bears the signature of dramatic natural forces, ancient earthquakes, and changing geologies that scientists are still working to unravel. Recent studies, made possible by technologies like LIDAR and deep core sampling, have highlighted long-ignored signs of geological unrest in what many assumed was a stable region of North America. In southern Kentucky, remote mapping has revealed traces of ancient fault lines running beneath agricultural land and forest. By
Okay. Is that my computer? Like, what? I'm confused. What's going on right now? Like what? No internet access. What? My internet is definitely on for sure. My internet is definitely on for sure, bro. What are you talking about? Hey, how to what? Bro, my tooth been hurting, y'all, literally for like a week straight now, or like a week and a half. I need to go to. Why you aren't connected to any? You a goddamn live, I ain't. Bro, what? What are you talking about, kid? Where's the check thing? Why can't I do the check shit, man? I can find shit any other time, and all of a sudden I can't do the check for the thing. Come on, bro. It's fine. It's something that fine. It's something that just gotta ruin this shit every single time, bro. It's something. It's something that just literally, bro. Something has to ruin this shit every single time. Like, this shit crazy, bro. I don't even know where to go to, man. Cause this shit not even. I don't even know where to go to. Cause it ain't even let me do the It ain't even let me do the.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want.
Possible by technologies like LIDAR and deep core sampling, have highlighted long ignored signs of geological unrest in what many assumed was a stable region of North America. In southern Kentucky, remote result of a prehistoric flood triggered by landslide, earthquake, or other forces, rather than a true oceanic tsunami. Complementing these findings, local oral traditions from families with deep roots in the area recall stories of catastrophic river floods, the day the rivers devoured the land, featuring tremors,
Holy fuck.
raging water, and the
That's
loss of
Kentucky?
entire settlements. While scholars
I'd
have
be
yet to
pissed.
confirm the exact cause or date of such
Damn,
events,
then they don't look like
and
they
no
building
direct
shit out
evidence
of brick.
ties them
God
to
damn,
ocean
whoever
drift.
in Kentucky, do y'all got brick houses? God damn, they don't even look like they building y'all shit out of brick, homie. Shit. Readers, appreciate you for the follow. Damn, what the fuck? Holy fuck.
And tsunamis, the convergence of geological and oral records is striking. It suggests that Kentucky's rivers have experienced episodes of destruction on a scale rarely appreciated, and that the lessons of ancient floods still resonate
I'd be pissed off, boy.
in story and in
I'd be
science.
mad as hell. I
Buried
would be
halls
so
and
fucking
banquets,
mad.
Kentucky's lost feasts recovered. If you want to understand a community, look to the remnants of their meals. Archaeological digs around Richmond and in western Kentucky have
Richmond,
revealed
Virginia?
compelling evidence of communal feasting traditions extending far into the past.
Drop in the
Beneath
tab, y'all
layers
know
of
what movie
soil,
that is.
researchers have discovered compacted bones, ash, and burnt cookware, testifying to large gatherings where food was shared, alliances forged, and traditions enacted. Particularly at recently excavated sites, the remains of deer, bison, and smaller game are found alongside carefully crafted stone and bone utensils. Beyond mere subsistence, these feasts display careful selection of resources, prime cuts for celebration, lesser cuts preserved for times of need. Soil analysis points to the use of wild plants, aromatic berries, and leeks, flavors still familiar in regional cuisine. Decorative pottery fragments, incised with stylized patterns, lie amid the detritus. Storm clouds, deer, and perhaps flames echoing both the real and symbolic aspects of these gatherings. Archaeologists interpret these features as signs of planned communal events, possibly seasonal, possibly ritualistic, involving families from across the region. The social importance of such gatherings is underscored by the discovery of personal objects, a carved bone adorned with shell beads, perhaps a festive token or a mark of status within the group. These findings reveal Kentucky's ancient societies as resilient and deeply communal. Storm clouds, deer, and perhaps flames echoing both the real and symbolic aspects of these gatherings. Archaeologists interpret these features as signs of planned communal events, possibly seasonal, possibly ritualistic, involving families from across the region. The social importance of such gatherings is underscored by the discovery of personal objects, a carved bone adorned with shell beads, perhaps a festive token or a mark of status within the group. These findings reveal Kentucky's ancient societies as resilient and deeply communal, using feasting not only to survive, but to sustain social ties and cultural continuity. The remains serve as a reminder that the roots of hospitality and kinship run deep in Kentucky's history, connecting present and past through the universal language of sharing food.
Kinship.
The forgotten city, legends, maps, and new evidence. Few local legends have stirred as much debate as the supposed lost city somewhere beneath Kentucky's tangled central woodlands. For over a century, stories have persisted about elaborate earthworks and ancient ruins, supposedly rivaling those of neighboring states. But mainstream scholars have long been skeptical, attributing such tales to imagination or misinterpretation. Yet 2025 brought a new chapter in the investigation. Amateurs and professionals alike, leveraging drone surveys and accessible ground-penetrating radar, uncovered geometric landforms near the Kentucky River Basin, rectangles, circles, and complex undulations consistent with known Mississippian or Hopewell-era earthworks in the region. overlaying colonial era maps, which occasionally referenced strange ruins and ancient paths, with new digital data has revealed potential alignments stretching hundreds of yards. Artifacts found in these areas include shaped stones, worked copper items, and rare shell jewelry, offering tantalizing clues to the site's function and origins. While no definitive city layout or centralized burial ground has yet been found, the cumulative evidence supports the idea that a large, organized settlement or ceremonial center once flourished here. The absence of some expected features leaves the story open, but ongoing excavations and community involvement have sparked renewed hope for a better understanding. Though some details remain elusive, the work underscores how new technology, community engagement, and careful scholarship can bring credibility to local traditions.
Watch what milk does to your eyes. Take a look at these two retina scans. They both look sharp, focused, and healthy.
The emerging picture is of a Kentucky prehistoric landscape, richer and more complex than conventionally believed, raising questions about trade, migration, and even the impact of sudden environmental change on ancient peoples. Political winds and their shadow over discovery. No discovery unfolds in a vacuum. As Kentucky's archaeological and geological revelations drew increased attention, the political landscape played a defining role. In a year marked by administrative change, both state and national leaders took fresh interest in the preservation and interpretation of Kentucky's history and natural resources. Federal and state funding expanded for mapping, environmental studies, and public education, often in collaboration with local and tribal officials. These investments were widely welcomed by research teams and educators who saw unprecedented support for their work. Yet, as with all public initiatives, concerns emerged about the influence of politics, both in terms of priorities and the framing of Kentucky's evolving narrative. In an age where historical interpretation can shape identity and policy, local stewards, preservationists, and tribal representatives advocated for transparency, collaboration, and respect for the state's diverse heritage. The energy unleashed by these discoveries invigorated conversations about who owns the past and how it is shared. Headlines spoke not only of new finds, but also of the tension.
What do they mean by that? Who owns the past and how it should be shared? Now, saying too much without saying too much, I came across something a few months ago that said Mr. Rockefeller himself did put some things together for somewhere in Arizona or some shit like that. That basically it was like a group. I'm not sure if he was doing the works himself. But of course, if you know about the Rockefellers, then you know that's who supposedly created all of this. Anyway, not like created all like Mother Nature, but like, you know, oil companies and this and that and da 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 da. You know, they own Antarctica, whatever. Whoop whoop whoop. So yeah, Rockefellers, right? So this group was supposedly had ties to the CIA, NCIS, one of the two. CIA, I believe. CIA. And basically they were putting people into position to basically say I was this high ranking government official, And I knew a buddy, or I had a buddy that also did a little government work, and they knew that this buddy couldn't keep his mouth shut more than I could. So what they would do was they would, be doing some type of operation or something. And basically, I'm the brains. I'm one of the brains of this operation, so I have to be there. But they'll purposely invite him, or they'll purposely let him in on some information because they know he would spill it. You see what I'm saying? So basically, that would be like a purposely mold, put there on purpose by the CIA. You get what I'm saying? If you get where I'm going with that. So basically, that's what was going on. So I don't doubt it, bro. Hey, listen, bro. I'm telling you, the more you know, the better. I'm just saying.
And opportunities inherent in public history, prompting renewed dialogue among scientists, community leaders, and storytellers about the best pathways forward. A land of foreboding and promise, Kentucky's unfinished story, from layers of ancient debris to the faint etchings of prehistoric campfires, from stories of legendary arcs to the scars of forgotten quakes, Kentucky's recent year of discovery has reanimated the dialogue between land and people. More than just a litany of artifacts or dramatic geologic events, these findings renew a sense of awe, a recognition that every valley and forest conceals the legacies of those who came before, and that new understanding
so those the
is
pyramids in
always within
Kentucky.
reach. Kentucky's enduring lesson.
Oh, so they do have them, but I don't know. Them kind of look like. I ain't gonna lie. That kind of like some man-made shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna be like 100K with you. I'm gonna be 100K with you.
Valley and forest conceals the legacies of those who came before, and that new understanding is always within reach. Kentucky's enduring lesson is not in the singular find or the rare artifact, but in the interplay of human ingenuity, resilience, and community woven into the earth itself. Today's excavations reveal as much about contemporary needs for connection
Tomb?
as they do about
Is that a
ancient
tomb?
strategies for survival.
Nah, that
The
look like
echoes
some
of
real
legends
shit.
keep local faith and
Nah,
curiosity
that definitely
alive,
look like some
while
real shit.
discoveries of old disasters and settlements challenge us to rethink stability and permanence. As scientists, students, and citizens gather around newfound hearths or pore over old maps, one truth persists. Every answer leads to new questions, and Kentucky's greatest stories may yet be those which lie beneath and between the ones we know. What secrets are still entombed in its hills and waterways? Which new perspectives on nature,
Tombs
history,
is crazy.
and belief will emerge as study and exploration intensify? Tell us which Kentucky discovery fascinated you most. If you're eager for more adventures into the unexpected, be sure to share your
I ain't gonna lie. The Tombs is crazy though. The Tombs is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The Tombs just blew me. Straight up. Wow. There you have it, man. Like I said, we gonna be doing more on this, but I hope it kind of makes sense of where I was going with it now. I hope it all fell in line for you. Kentucky is supposedly, allegedly YouTube, when I post this video, is Egypt. Who knew? Been hearing been hearing a lot of talk about this for years. Never really cared to put in time to do the research about it. Been doing a whole lot of other things at that time. Lived a whole different lifestyle at that time. But here we are. Here we are now. So yeah, man. Yeah, I wanted to finish that off. We got like two or three more, and I haven't even. It was a couple more in the video that I got to go back on, but I at least got 2 or 3 more that I had that I wanted to do some research on too. So we probably gonna go. We'll be live again later on. It's kind of early. I just wanted to get on here. I couldn't sleep. My damn mouth is killing me, man. I've been taking fucking what's them damn painkiller pills from them over the counter. They start with an A. I've been taking that bullshit. I mean, it helps, but it's like I don't be like in the shove all that goddamn over the counter medicine down my damn stomach. I don't be with all that. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to kind of get on here with y'all early, see if I can make some things happen. See if we can get a better stream going. So when I get on here later, we won't have no problems when we get on here for the rest of the week. We off to Thursday, so like I say, we gonna be at it. But probably a couple. I did get back on yesterday because, like I said, I couldn't get it to where I needed to be, and I just didn't feel like fucking with it no more. So I was just like, fuck it, and I went to sleep pretty early. I think I went to sleep like 10 o'clock maybe. It probably was even like 9:40 something. So yeah, it was a early night last night. What else? Yeah, man. So I think that's pretty much sums it up of why I didn't want. I forgot to tell y'all that earlier. That's why I didn't get back on screen yesterday. I didn't feel like fooling with all that bullshit. But we able to do something now, so we should be good for the next couple of screens. I'll just have to take this and then post it over. I have to download it and then just post it over there to YouTube. So yeah, we working, man. We working. We gonna continue. But I'm gonna catch y'all later on, bro. I say it's early as hell. It's 6:21 for me. So I'm probably just about to do some editing. And watch YouTube. Cause I don't watch TV, all I watch is YouTube. So, yeah, man. So we gonna work on YouTube while watching YouTube. Yeah, what? I fuck with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for dropping in. Rita, I appreciate you for dropping in today. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope all y'all have a blessed day, but you especially. I appreciate you for the follow again. And yeah, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all in a couple hours. For sure, for sure.